Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Wired In here inside the Rollmobile with Coach Jair Galarza. Today, with everybody closing off their tournaments, whether that's this weekend or the next or weekends coming up, a lot of people are closing off their basketball seasons and starting to head off into their off season, or what I like to just say preseason. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about how important it is to be a good teammate and how you can actually be a good teammate. Parents as well, please take some of these pointers as well. If you notice your son or daughter acting in a way that doesn't benefit the team on or off the court, or on and off the court, sorry, please feel free to share this stuff with them. Now, being a good teammate doesn't mean clapping and cheering and being positive only because you're scoring, only because you're getting the defensive stops, or only because you're doing well. Okay, being a good teammate means whether you're first pick or first option to score, or you're the last man on the bench, you're engaged and involved every step of the way. A recent interview from one of the NCAA coaches actually just came up, and he talked about that, and just body language and attitude in general. You don't play, you don't get subbed on unless you show that you have a good attitude. Even though you might be having a bad game, you have to understand that that happens, all right? NBA players have bad games. Semi-professionals have bad games. NCAA players have bad games, all right? Look at some of the top players that are just getting knocked out, that were or are still projected to go first round in the NBA draft. All right, half of them already are out of the tournament, right? That's just the way things go. If you're having a bad game, that doesn't mean you also need to be a bad teammate. Still be engaged, still clap it up for your team, still show that you're happy and engaged within the game, okay? That positive energy in turn will come back to you, and when your name gets called or your number gets called to come back and sub on in the game, that's gonna come all together once you start playing, all right? Guaranteed. Okay, now if you're actually in the game and you feel that, oh man, my shot hasn't been going in, that's fine. Do the dirty work then, all right? Find confidence in your hustle points, diving for loose balls, cheering on your teammates, giving them the high fives that they deserve, swinging out to the open pass, knowing that your shot, you're a little uncomfortable with your shot, all right? Unless you're, of course, wide open. Just because you're having a bad game, you can still always be a good teammate. All right, now off the court or on the bench, being a good teammate doesn't mean screaming, yelling at the refs. All right, looking like you're standing up for your own teammates. That is not what it means. It doesn't mean trying to mock or intimidate the other team. No. All right, be engaged and focus on your team. What is it that you have to do when you play? Okay, who are you going to be guarding? Watch their tendencies, so that just being ready when your name is called, all right? At the same time, you can also, of course, help coach out, all right? Coach only has two eyes, all right? I know when I was team captain, I was looking at other players just to see their faces, because I knew a lot of guys that I was playing with would play with or through their injuries, and I myself, I used to do that as well. So anytime I would see that some players were forcing it, I would kind of talk to one of the assistant coaches to have an eye on it as well. Now, I don't want to be the reason why someone gets subbed off, of course, but at the same time, that's my brother on the floor, right? I don't want them getting hurt or potentially endangering themselves any further, right? So just having an extra set of eyes on the court, that's a great way to also become another great teammate. All right, now when it comes to outside of the game, off the court, even like in practices too. So your group messages, are you staying positive? Are you motivating one another? Are you, making sure everyone's comfortable in their group chats? Same thing when you guys are walking around in the malls or at your dinners and lunches in between games. Try to sit beside someone that you don't normally talk to. Doing those little things, trying to make those connections. Know that these tournaments right here, this might be the last time that you guys are going to be playing with this group of people. Now, of course, you guys are young. You guys have a lot of years ahead of you guys to make more relationship or other relationships with your brothers and sisters on the floor. But at the same time, make the most out of this group. Okay, you only have this weekend or whatever weekends are coming up. Definitely just try your best to make the most of it. Know that it's going to be the best for the team. All right, especially for these tournaments right here, doing what's best for the team is what is important. Okay, for these closing tournaments, trying to get that gold, You're not representing. I was just told one of the grade 6 teams that I was helping out with early on in the season, you're not playing for just your last name or, you know, you to get your scholarship or your recruitment, all right? When it comes to these tournaments, it's similar to the March Madness stuff. You're playing for that name on the front, right? For the Brantford youth here, you're playing for the city. Playing for Brantford for sure. You're representing the city. And that's all it comes down. That's all it comes down to. Okay, how do you want Brantford to be looked at after? How do you want Brantford to be looked at after you guys are done playing? Okay, to some people, the only experience they'll have with Brantford is playing a Brantford basketball team or a Brantford sport team. Okay, not a lot of people come down here for tourist attractions, except for maybe the Wayne Gretzky Center, right? So, how do you want to be remembered as a teammate? How do you want to be remembered as a team within the city? Once you get out of the city. All right, so that's all from me today. I just wanted to just exaggerate that a little bit on, you know, be a good teammate. It all starts with choosing to be a good teammate, okay? Choose, make that choice that you're going to be a great leader, all right? Not a great leader only when things are going well for you, but a great leader even when things are bad, okay? Even when things are a little uncomfortable on the court, when things aren't feeling right, when some teammates are fighting, all right? Be that person that makes that change, all right? Be that glue that keeps the team together, all right? So that's all from me. Be a good teammate. Being a good teammate starts with a choice, all right? Have a great day. Good luck to all of our Brantford youth. Good luck to all of our role athletes finishing off their seasons or starting their seasons. Congratulations to you all as well for getting this far. You guys are all awesome, all right? Later.